Thank you. Just to add, in addition to what was mentioned in three presentations, under the EU Central Bank Act, we have a commitment now agreed with the government to maintain inflation at 5% over a medium to long term period. Under that, now you can see current inflation 1.3% is below the range that we have to maintain medium to long term. This we all understand the reasons are mainly 12 months ago we had almost 70% inflation and came down sharply in the disinflation process continue for last several months, starting from last September, then continue, and now we have come to a almost, in our view, end of the disinflation process now, stabilizing, come to lowest point of 1.3% last month. But we can expect under normal circumstances, this will, the trend can obviously, we can accept that trend to turn around and our settle over a period of time around our target range between 4 to 6, around 5% medium. So that's a normal circumstance that we can expect. On top of that, what we mentioned here, when you make the monetary policy decision, monetary policy board, look at carefully our inflation projections based on short-term factors that can have some kind of a little higher than inflation expected than our normal circumstances, mainly because of what we are seeing. Cost recovery pricing mechanism. We have seen already last month petrol diesel prices were adjusted and gas prices also adjusted. And looking at the outlook for petroleum and energy products, I think we see global markets, the price remain high and still there's a talk about going to $100 a barrel. So if that's going to be the case, we can expect the adjustment under the cost recovery pricing formula of the energy and utility prices. That if we factor that in, plus in the coming budget, if the government is going to, for the fiscal policy, going to basically broad base the taxes or some tax measures could also have some impact if that happens. That's why we just want to share with you the inflation path compared to, if you can remember earlier, inflation path was going like further decline, but there could be a turnaround from this month onwards. Just want to share with you in advance. This could be an inflation outcome in next. But that is not necessary because of the monetary conditions. It is because of the kind of one-off or some administrative price adjustments reflecting cost recovery pricing, and that those adjustment monetary policy can't do much. But from the monetary policy point of view, we still don't see a significant demand factor kicking in. As a result, still there is a slack in the overall aggregate demand, and economists growing below the potential. That's why if inflation target is 5% and current policy rates 10 to 11%, we still see there's a space for us to relax monetary policy further. But depending on the inflation expectations and some short-term changes, we probably will look at it carefully before we make any decision going forward. So that's where in the next monetary policy review, before that we will closely monitor inflation outcomes. Our commitment obviously to maintain inflation around 5%, we certainly will be able to maintain. On that basis, we will make our monetary policy decisions. So on top of that, other areas we are seeing balance of payment situation improving, fiscal moving in the right direction. So we hope that will continue in the same direction, and also we will make progress on the debt restructuring. DDO already completed. External debt restructuring, we are hoping that we should be able to make good progress in the near term. With that, I think we have a positive expectation on growth side and ability to maintain inflation. and also to bring down interest rates further. First, I think you still need to see market interest rates, especially for lending rates, to come down even at a faster rate than the guidance that we have given under early Monetary Law Act order. This adjustment, this policy measure will help banks to bring down those rates at a faster rate going forward. That will help the economy or credit flows more into the economy for the industries and SME and others. So that will also help to support the recovery process. And then in terms of growth, we expect this second half most probably we will record a positive growth on quarterly basis going forward. Uh, First time after several quarters, I think we're going to see turnaround in the growth path as well.